This is our rear wheel drive Lancer. This is the craziest build we've ever done on this channel. We took my stolen and recovered blown up front wheel drive Lancer and converted it to a full on rear wheel drive Evo. But we didn't go the conventional route with it. Instead of the 4G63 motor that everyone usually throws in this thing, we threw in the CA18 DET motor. I understand this is probably not the engine swap that everyone would choose, but honestly, I could not be happier with this engine setup and how it's performed so far. It's got an S13 front end and MX5 rear end. If you haven't seen this build, jump on my channel, check it out. Every video is super in-depth and you'll see exactly how this thing came together. Now, I did famously say that we wouldn't be drifting this that much when I built it. Of course, they are famous last words. Because this car is so cool and because it goes so freaking well, I G'd up, I took it out to another event, and wow, I had a little mishap with my friend Nathan Makovic in his E36. Now I have absolutely no regrets whatsoever with the situation because I built this thing to drive. I also decided to turn the Lancer into a rear wheel drive kind of street slash drift car because these things are absolutely abundant here in Australia. You can find them at every single wrecker. There are 10 of them lined up and you can get parts so freaking cheap. We got pretty lucky with the damage. It's literally only the door and a little bit of the wheel arch right here. I cut the wheel arches out anyway for clearance because obviously when you're drifting, the car squats. So this will bang back out pretty easily. And all we have to do is replace the door. Luckily, I was able to save the flare because these things are absolutely impossible to find. If you watch the series, you'd know that they're about $1,000 a side, which is absolutely bonkers. Luckily, this thing was split in two, but I've managed to fiberglass it together. We'll slap a bit of bog on it, and of course, we can repaint that.
So I rocked down to our local wrecking yard and found this gem of a Lancer. Our SP Tools rattle gun made short work of removing the door, and I got right to work prepping it for paint as there was a massive storm rolling in. I gave it a quick scuff with a Scotch pad before wiping it down with wax and grease remover. Then it was time to fill up our $49 spray gun and get to work painting.
Turned out absolutely awesome. I'm not a painter by any means, but this De Beers stuff is so freaking good. It lays on so nicely and it's a single stage paint. It means you don't do base and clear. So with base and clear, you've kind of got two chances to muck it up. Whereas with this stuff, you kind of just lay it on, it sits really nicely. If you've got the gun set rightly, it lays like glass. So right now, I'm gonna whip our old door off. I cannot wait to see that thing freaking gone. And we're gonna chuck the new one on the car. I still have to paint these bits black, but we can do that on the car, no worries at all. So let's get it done. And after much hard work, including from my friend Daniel over here, who's laughing at me because I am terrible at vlogging, the car is now officially fixed and back together. And you may notice that it's washed well. Our good friends at Keeper Reed have just reached out to us literally like a couple of hours ago and said, we're having a big event tonight. Do you want to bring the rear wheel drive Evo down? And I thought, since we're filming this video on fixing the car, we may as well take the car and see if we can break it again. This thing sits in the garage and I really think that I need to use it as much as possible. I'm all about pleasing the crowds and having a good time. There's gonna be a bunch of people there tonight, so we may as well take it down and have some fun. It came together well enough.
From back here, it's good.
Good from far, far from good. There are more things that we do need to fix on the car, but for now, let's load up. Let's take it to the track. Let's go. We made it, Friday Night Drifts, baby. Look at that, the Evo. We've got the neons going on, Nathan's here. Oh, this place is crazy. There are so many people everywhere. But now's the real test because we're actually gonna take it on the track. Taking my boy Dan out. Let's not crash it again. Let's go. broke something. I think it might be the diff. So as you saw, the excursion onto the track was short-lived. We blew both of the axles at the same time, trying to be a cool dude after we spun out doing a skid.
Since our car was out of action for the night, I decided to throw a GoPro in the engine bay. Well, as you're about to hear, it's really enjoyable listening to everyone try and guess the engine setup we have in the rear-wheel drive Evo.
What?
Only a 4-cylinder. 3 speeds?
Look at the front down on it.
Oh my god, is that an M44 bike?
It's a simple setup, mate.
RB30? Yeah.
Well, we're now back at the shop and unloaded, and I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I've actually woken up really sick today, which is super unfortunate. Nonetheless, last night was a really fun event, even though it only lasted 3 laps. It was actually due to my stupidity. When I was doing that skid, I just rode the front brake a little too hard, dropped second, and I broke both the axles. Luckily, we didn't blow the diff because the MX-5 diffs are actually quite expensive, and that's what this thing has, an MX-5 rear end NB. Very happy it was just the axles. I actually have spare axles here, so no harm done there. The car is still in one piece, which I am super happy about, because whenever you go to a drift event, it's always a risk. Our door, our quarter, our flare, everything is all good. And man, how crazy does the CA in this thing sound? I absolutely love it. We got so much love for this car last night. Hopefully we got some good clips of the GoPro in the engine bay. You guys would have seen that by now. Fingers crossed we got some funny comments. Unfortunately, because I'm sick, I'm headed home and I'm gonna rest up, which means there's no go-kart video this weekend. I was really hoping to get a bunch of work done on the drift kart today, but instead I'm headed home and I'm just gonna wait this sickness out, because I've learned the hard way previously that if you do too much when you're sick, the sickness carries on for a long time. But thank you guys so much for watching and showing love to the rear-wheel drive Evo. We'll be back on the drift kart this coming week, and I promise I'll get a video out to you ASAP. But thank you guys so much. Until next time. You peace. Oh my god, the sun's so squinty. Bye. The Evo works. I'm sick and I'm dying. Bye.
What?